Hello, guys, and welcome to your very first Linux Stories podcast episode. In this podcast episode, I want to introduce you to this podcast. First of all, my name is Mislav Juric. I come from Croatia and I recorded a tutorial series about the Linux operating system, which you can find on my YouTube channel, my website, or on other social media platforms. Depending on when you are watching this podcast episode, the entire Linux tutorial series may be out already or it is currently coming out. Even though I have a couple of years of Linux experience and have used Linux in my day-to-day, both as a software engineer and a regular desktop user, I do not consider myself an expert at the topic of Linux at this point in time. For that reason, I'm bringing in guests who usually have multi-decade Linux experience to go in more depth on certain topics about the Linux operating system, which I glossed over in my Linux tutorial series. I may squeeze in some non-Linux questions as well. There will be both video and audio versions of this podcast. If there's no video, the podcast art will be there instead of video. I would encourage you to leave feedback and share this podcast, and with this, I would like to end this very first Linux Stories podcast episode. Talk soon.